Get ready for the action, because we are diving straight into the transfer news that is shaking up the Serie A landscape. Juventus defender seals a permanent move to La Liga new boys. This is huge news for the Bianconeri, as we break down everything you need to know about this major signing and what it means for the club's future. We'll dissect the key moments, the reactions from coach Luciano Spalletti, and the massive implications this defeat has for Juventus Champions League aspirations. And finally, we wrap up with the bigger picture consequences of that Turin defeat. We analyze how this loss of control is changing the psychological position of Juventus and what it means for their entire season. Don't miss a second of this analysis. Stay locked in and subscribe now for all the breaking football news. Juventus defender has officially sealed a permanent transfer to a new club in La Liga. The agreement marks the completion of negotiations and confirms the defender's move to the Spanish top flight. This development signals a significant change for both the player and the destination club as the transfer window closes. Details regarding the specific player and the financial terms of the deal are expected to be released in the coming days by the involved clubs. Juventus defender Facundo Gonzalez has finalized a permanent transfer to Racing Santander, securing a move to the newly promoted La Liga club. The Uruguayan defender had been on Juventus's books since 2023, arriving from Valencia for approximately €1.75 million, an acquisition bolstered by his strong performances in the U20 World Cup. Following his arrival, Gonzalez was initially loaned to Sampdoria. He later joined Feyenoord on loan with an option to buy, but limited playing time in Rotterdam led the Dutch club to forgo the permanent deal. Last summer, Gonzalez signed for Racing Santander on loan with an obligation to purchase contingent on the club's promotion to the Spanish top flight. Racing Santander has successfully achieved its objective, defeating Valladolid by 4-1 on Saturday to solidify its position at the top of the La Liga 2 table. With only 2 rounds remaining, their 7-point lead over third-placed Almeria guarantees them a top 2 finish and official promotion to La Liga. This achievement has triggered Juventus's obligation to buy Gonzalez. The Serie A giants are expected to receive a transfer fee of €2.5 million, resulting in a small capital gain for Juventus. Gonzalez will depart Juventus without featuring in any competitive matches for the club. During his time at Racing Santander, the central defender has been highly productive, making 27 appearances in the Spanish second division and scoring a goal, with 1 appearance in the Copa del Rey. Italian football is buzzing with significant developments across the league, featuring dramatic results, managerial commentary, and high-stakes European aspirations. Juventus has been eliminated, with reports highlighting a disappointing performance and a 6th-place finish. In contrast, Inter Milan is celebrating a significant triumph, evidenced by a parade of over 300,000 ecstatic fans following their success, with Marotta offering a comparison to the journey of 9 titles and 3 European finals. In other fixtures, Fiorentina secured a 2-0 victory, leading to a dismissal from the Champions League, a result that has prompted stern reflection from coach Spalletti, who acknowledged the match was a failure and indicated he would discuss the future with Elkan. Meanwhile, Roma remains in 4th place under Mancini, with Lazio securing a 2-0 win, featuring a brace from Gianluca. Gasp is reportedly close to Champions League qualification. Elsewhere, Milan is experiencing a resurgence as Allegri relaunches his team. Nkunku and Athakame delivered a decisive victory over Genoa, though manager Max remains uncertain about the team's ultimate fate, stating there was a risk involved. On the international front, the Azzurri have achieved a phenomenon, triumphing after 50 years. Key players like McTominay, Højlund, and Rahmani were instrumental in a 3-0 win that secured Champions League qualification, with Antonio declaring his future is already decided. The season is nearing its conclusion with intense local rivalries. While Juventus faces questions regarding their performance and the derby, the focus shifts to survival and final results, with celebrations marking victories for Cremonese and Lex, and a decisive final game for the third relegated team. Furthermore, there are significant managerial shifts and farewells, including Conte's departure and Gasp's euphoria. Fiorentina secured a vital away victory, defeating Juventus 2-0 in the 37th round of Serie A at the Allianz Stadium in Turin, a result that significantly complicated Juventus' race for a Champions League spot. The match, played on May 17, 2026, was a pivotal moment in the season's run-in. Fiorentina, arriving from the lower half of the standings, displayed maturity and effectiveness against the favored home side, Juventus. The goals for Fiorentina came in the 34th and 83rd minutes. Cher Endauer opened the scoring in the 34th minute, capitalizing on an assist from Manor Solomon, establishing an early lead. Rolando Mandragora sealed the victory in the 83rd minute, confirming the 2-0 scoreline. Juventus entered the fixture under intense pressure to secure qualification. The 0-2 defeat was particularly damaging, jeopardizing their chances of finishing in the top four and deepening uncertainty regarding their European ambitions. Post-match analysis highlighted that Juventus struggled to find composure in the final stages, with attacks lacking precision, exemplified by a disallowed goal for Dusan Vlahovic. Reports indicated that Juventus coach Luciano Spalletti took responsibility for the team's weak performance, acknowledging issues with mental strength and attacking efficiency. Fiorentina's strategy focused on patient defense, quickly transitioning to attacks, exploiting moments of inattention. The visitors' clean sheet away from Turin underscored their efficiency and composure. The result carries symbolic weight, highlighting Fiorentina's ability to punish opponents, even when not leading the table. For Juventus, the defeat amplified existing problems, raising questions about squad stability, managerial decisions, and the ability to perform under high pressure in the final stage of the season. The fixture at the Allianz Stadium, with over 41,000 spectators, amplified the disappointment for Juventus, who failed to respond effectively to the deficit. The match demonstrated a stark contrast. Fiorentina played with clarity and purpose, while Juventus appeared nervous and disjointed. This victory provides Fiorentina with a strong argument regarding their squad quality. For Juventus, the loss of control over their fate in this critical moment creates a significant psychological hurdle as they enter the final round facing increased pressure and uncertainty regarding their path to Europe.